Hi guys, it's Josh. I bought a Commodore 64C off eBay to occupy myself during this quarantine, and I just wanted to make a quick and comfy video detailing a few things I did to make it more usable without having to spend hundreds on extra equipment. I'll be showing you how to put together a simple floppy drive emulator so you can use an SD card for data storage, as well as a Wi-Fi interface that plugs into the user port, all for less than 50 bucks. The unit itself actually arrived very clean. I did not observe any kind of yellowness or gunk or anything like that, so I was very pleasantly surprised. So I plugged it in and switched it on, and I was greeted to that lovely blue screen. And I was able to write a few programs of my own, but what I really needed was a way to load other people's programs. But I didn't want to spend hundreds on a floppy drive. So I put together a Pi 1541 based on some schematics I found online, which I will link in the description. This is a very simplified version of the Pi 1541 because it doesn't have a screen or anything like that. It's literally just, it plugs into the serial port on the back of the Commodore and then goes through that logic level voltage converter and into the Pi. And the you can actually buy these plugs online. It's just a male 6-pin DIN plug, and you just solder the wires directly to the headers there, and it works extremely well. You wrap it up in electrical tape and it should work fine. And then it just goes through the voltage converter and into the Pi. This interface, combined with the custom firmware for the Pi 1541, enables the Raspberry Pi to sort of act like a floppy drive for the Commodore, and you can transfer files and programs from the computer to be used on the Commodore. And like I said, you can find more information about the Pi 1541 in the description. Armed with my new Pi 1541, I was able to access it from the Commodore just the same as if I had plugged in a normal floppy drive. It's worth noting that the Pi 1541 is a cycle-perfect emulation of the actual 1541 drive, and it's very slow, but that's to be expected. I'm going to skip some time here because after 2 minutes of waiting, I was finally able to load up Burger Time and play it. So this is good. We can save programs and disk images to the SD card from our modern computer and then access them from the Commodore 64. But this is still kind of incomplete because I really want to get the peak retro aesthetic by going BBSing and doing other kinds of networked terminal stuff. So we still need to build our serial Wi-Fi interface for the user port. In order to do that, I used an ESP-32 dev board and connected the RX and TX pins directly to the corresponding user port pins. I've seen a lot of designs where the user port is converted to RS-232 and then connected to a serial modem. You actually don't need to do that. You can just stay at these TTL levels and just go right into the ESP-32. You connect pins B and C to the TX of the ESP-32 and connect pin M to the RX pin of the ESP-32 and connect ground to ground. I'll provide a link to my GitHub in the description where you can find the code used to turn the ESP-32 into the serial modem, as well as documentation for the custom command set. Once you've flashed the code to the ESP-32, then you simply plug it in and open the user port in a terminal program on your Commodore 64. I use CCGMS Ultimate. Here's a quick view of what the two new components look like when they're plugged in. Be sure that you plug the Wi-Fi modem into the user port right side up because these breakout plugs are not marked or keyed as to the correct orientation. And with that, we're now ready to attempt to connect to a BBS. You can see here kind of some of the features that the Wi-Fi modem has. I'm now connecting to Wi-Fi and that's successful, so I'm connecting to the BBS. And there we go. We are connected and we'll be able to set up our account and do whatever we want. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to check out the links in the description for more information and feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions.